Alright, welcome back to the SuperCoach channel. In this video, we're going to review week 9 of the 2025-26 EPL season for both SuperCoach EPL and Fantasy Premier League. So as usual, we'll kick off with the SuperCoach EPL. So we scored 104 this week, which is top 10% for the round. Did see us elevate up to top 10% overall, so just inside the top 5,000 and a couple of league wins. So pretty good, but when we look at the team, there was definitely room for improvement. We had Petrovic in goal, who worked out fantastically this week with a 14-point return. The Chelsea defence, Reece James, we traded in. 6 points was okay. Unfortunately, we traded out Rodon, who scored a goal. So he probably scored about 15 points, which was unfortunate. Kukurea with a 5. Truffo with a 16 was awesome. Calafiori with 8 was good. Unfortunately, it wasn't 37 from Mickey van der Ven, so that hurts having that stuck on the bench. 2 goals, a clean sheet. Absolutely ridiculous from the great man. Midfield was solid. Bowen, Fernandez both returning at 12 and 11 respectively. Minter we traded back in. Missed out on a return this week, but Kamara, Simons also essentially blanking on our benches, so it's fine. And up front, we had Haaland blank, Semenyo blank. Mo Salah was the goal scorer, so still lost a bit of cash, which is a bit flat, but probably bottoming out at this point. So, as we said, if you can get a couple of goals in the next few fixtures, make a little bit of cash, we'll call it even in time for the African Cup of Nations. But head to head this week, as we saw, 2 wins was nice. The first one, a win over Lockie's team, Banana Bickles or Bickles, can't read. So a couple of double-digit returns from Raya and Rice, but a 0 from Virgil is not ideal. A pair of 1s from Saliba and Gyökeres. Grealish with the 5. And then had Fernandez, Haaland as captain. Left Truffo on the bench, so a few points missing there. Across the league, only a few of us getting to 3 digits, but it looks like Tom the Tankinator with a 112. Pip and a couple of the other guys for top score this week. So had Longstaff score a 13, handy in the midfield there. Captain Gabriel with a 14-point return. You love to see that. Senesi with a 10. So had Porro with a 21-point return on field. So had a few Tottenham assets, but no Van der Ven. So a bit flat there. Had Reinders with a -1 as well. So potentially could have been better with a couple of different moves. In the second league, a closer game, but getting the win over LA Knight with a 93 for Mark's team. Some solid contributions from Fernandez, Gabriel, Raya, Rice, Senesi. Had Haaland as captain as well. So good stuff there. But I was about to say I think he was going to feature again, Travi, Empire of the Cop, but Damien's team, HNK, Slavonsky, Broad, I think they pumped me last week, Damien's team, but they've done it again. He had Van der Ven on field, which is fantastic. Betancourt with the 15, Luca Dean with the 13. I think he scored well last week too. His break even must be good. Could have been too great. Break even at 1 this week. Oh, yeah, it's just because he's been scoring awesome. Averaging 12 across the last 4 games. Love to see it. Had Gabriel as well. Captain Haaland, so lots of options could have really boosted you up the ranks there. Sorry, I meant to go back to game day, have a look at the Open League, see how we went there. So, sweet time. So Travis has moved up to number 1 overall in the league. thanks to his big 117. We might have a look what that translates to in the overall too, given everyone else up here was a little bit flatter. 126 we've already seen. Can anyone top that? Doesn't look like it this week, so that's okay. In the league, so sitting 12th overall now, Trav. Well done. I'm probably swapped with Troy. Unfortunately, getting the 76 this week. I'm sure you'll be back, Troy. Yeah, more or less swap positions on the table. That's pretty funny. Other players that went well this week, if we go by points. So Brian and Burmo, 25-point return against Liverpool. Um, yeah, don't want to talk about that. Matty Cash with a 25-pointer and plays Liverpool this week, so could be an absolute fill-up. Fleming, the striker from Burnley, did all right, 24 points. Rodon, as I said, 20-point return. There you go. So we've dotted ourselves out of a bit more cash there, but it happens. Casemiro went well, nice and cheap too, 23. Szoboszlai all right with an 18, all things considered. We'll take that. Kevin Danzo, an unlikely 16 from him. Yeah, not too much else on the cheaper end. So Saar did score a goal. Um, so a bit up and down, not worth worrying about. Kirkes, his price is flattened right out, down to 6 mil. So well, up a bit. It was down to 5.5 mil before he's 13. So I guess you want to see some sign of life from Liverpool before you commit to that. But definitely interesting to think about. Aiden Heaven, pretty cheap defender. Don't know if he's nailed on by any stretch. I haven't been following it too closely of late. So a couple of cheapies there going okay. What about break evens? So, Fleming, I thought Van der Ven would be there for sure, but Fleming with his 24-point return, negative 13 break even, guess at 5 mil. That makes sense. Creepy did well with another 11, so he's still got some good cash to make. Um, After that, they're all fairly mid price, no real cheapies, but still some money to be made. So, plan for this week. Um, just having a look through. I don't really know if we need to do too much. Like, we've only got limited trades, so it might be a good week to try and hold them. Let's have a look at the matchup. So Bournemouth against Man City is a bit yuck, but we'll take it. Maybe we just do that. There we go. Chelsea up against Tottenham, so that'll be interesting. Got a bit in that. Um, Arsenal against Burnley, nice. Brighton play Leeds, don't hate that. So yeah, so I think it's just hold the trades this week. Quickly in FPL, only scored a 33 this week. It's not too much to report there at all. Um, Best scorer again on the bench, Pyro with an 11. In the league, pretty sure I would have got done by only just 37 for Akash's team. Unlucky all, or unlucky Ali. Um, I guess Cunha getting a goal probably got him over the line. Welbeck with an assist. Nice. Top scorer would have been someone else. 67. Oliver's team. The lap of honour. So he had Eze, he had Van de Ven. That was the key to it. 23 points. That's crazy good. Gabriel as well with a 9-point return. Well done, champion, on that pick. I've got a few free transfers, but I don't know. What do we want to do? Maybe Senesi, Semenya, like they're still good picks. I think if I trade them, I'll lose some value. Yeah, he's 8.1. Senesi, well, I'd lose point 0.1 if I traded him now. Do we try and get back on the Van de Ven train? Everyone else will jump on, try to make some cash. Yeah, pretty comfortable with the way the team's going, I think. So let's put the team together for this week. So do we fade the Spurs again? Although they are at home, which is nice. Yeah, so Senesi's got to come out. Sub him out. Do we bench Semenyo as well against Man City? Oops. Burnley, Tottenham. So, yeah, actually, we don't have any. Oh, we do. We have Via Pedro, so I guess it's who do we pick out of them to score? Hmm. Might just leave it. Save. Lock it in. So I wrap the video up there. Actually, Arsenal will probably have to put Kelleher in goal, I think. Yep, there we go. Cool. So we'll wrap it up there. Um, as always, if you've got any questions, comments, thoughts, feel free to add them below this video. Give us a like if you enjoy the Premier League content. Um, Subscribe. That's the other thing you got to do. Other than that, catch you in the next one.